Just start yourself, so I'll get you to state your name and role in the band.
I'm Sonny Ford. I play lead vocals and guitars and occasionally keyboards.
My name's Hadley, I play bass. My name is Kristian. I primarily play, I'm staring right at it now like you told me not to. My name is Kristian. I play guitar.
Play guitar, awesome.
Band for Masquerade, yeah.
My name is Brayden Skinns. I play drums in the band.
So, starting up this band, what did you want to achieve with this album?
I think what we wanted to do was, it changed. At first, it was supposed to just be, the two songs. Two of Kristian, the guitarist in the band, he had 2 songs, and I had 6 songs, but I thought they were done. I thought I had the recordings done, but the rest of the band wanted to re-record them, so we ended up with Kristian's 2 songs and my 6, and basically kind of start from scratch and treat this as like the first proper release of the band, and just get the sort of the best songs up until now that we've done in the past, actually have like official versions of the songs to make this album.
What I wanted to achieve was to bring, I guess, all of our creativity to life, like from something that started off in the mind. And bring it into reality.
I wanted to achieve a nice, simple but heavy sound, which just complement like basically all of Sonny's ideas, and just flesh it out, make it nice and flow, make it sound good.
What are you specifically doing tomorrow with it?
We are going to be recording guitar for the first 2 songs that we're working on, just tracking it like, the demo guitar, so not the finished ones, but just the ones where we focus on like the composition, you get the composition right and stuff.
Is that really worth it?
Oh, fucking hell.
I don't know if you can see it from there, but it's like, it's physically dripping down the guitar.
Oh shit, it's on your paper.
Been in bands before, and none of the other bands really worked out. They only last like a month. This was the first band where I got 3 people that were like-minded and kind of had the same idea as me, same taste in music, that were just on board with all the ideas I had, and had their own ideas to complement those ideas to kind of make this album what it is.
So you feel like this is the band that's gonna kick off?
That's the intention. I think every band you start has that intention, but this is definitely by far the most efficient and committed band I've been in so far. I initially wanted, from the start, was to be kind of a one-man band where I recorded everything myself, and then I had a live band to play it live. But then when everyone came aboard and sort of wanted to do a lot more than that, wanted to contribute in a much bigger capacity, we definitely became from a one-man band to a proper full band. So it made me change sort of my perspective of what the project is, and again I think is better than what I initially had in mind.
So I guess it's an amalgamation of a bunch of songs that me and Sonny wrote. So initially he approached me 18 months ago, something like that, and was like, "Hey man, I've got some songs that I've written. I'd like to form a band and actually play them as a band, not just just do overdub recording and construct them entirely myself, just to get some other people's input." So Sonny sent me some of his ideas and demos, and I had a listen. I really liked sort of what he had, and I had a vision in my mind of what I wanted them to be.
Right, Kristian was just like, "Yep, I want someone to come play bass for a bit," so I just kind of showed up, and I've been here ever since.
Yep. And played bass with Kristian a lot before?
No.
No? How do you know Kristian?
I know Kristian because I lived with him for a few years.
Oh shit, so you guys talk about music a lot and whatnot?
Yeah, fair bit.
When it was just going to be 2 songs, what we did is those 2 songs Kristian showed to me. He had basically the chord progressions and the song structures done, and he showed them to me, and then from there I made these sort of rough demos of sort of what we'd all be playing, and I made those demos, and then we practiced, and then we went to track them. We just went in the order you usually do: drums, bass, rhythm section, lead, guitar, vocals, and then once we took a long time with those 2 because we thought those were going to be the only 2. That took about 6 months to record those 2 songs. Am I Allowed is it started out as this when he first showed it to me, he started this very Justin Timberlake R&B kind of 90s song.
I do think that it might be a bit of an eclectic mix of songs, but we had to start somewhere. We had a lot of ideas that we, particularly Sonny and I, having written most of those songs. Well, okay, pretty much 6 of them were Sonny and 2 of them were me.
Maybe do more vibrato in the chorus. Those long notes, it's sort of just flat. Maybe do a bit more vibrato. Oh, this is this.
So. Sorry.
Yeah.
That bit should be dry, but yeah.
Yeah, just those longer notes.
Yeah, like.
Especially that one, yeah.
No, in this solo, like just before the solo starts, like.
So what we got, we're going to be recording drums today for 2 of the songs that we're working on. We got our Door here, Studio 1 by Presonus, where we're going to be tracking with. We got the Scarlet interface, 4 channels, and yeah, pretty straightforward setup, pretty barbaric. And then in here is where the drum kit's going. We got like blankets and things on the floor to absorb all the reflections. What else? And then eventually, we haven't done it yet, but we're going to be putting some MacGyver-esque bed sheets, peg them to the walls, and that will be pretty much all the treatment. And that is pretty much all we've got so far.
Well, my drumming style so far is like, keep it as simple, or not as simple, but as far as I can push it, I think I take it for this one. But I'll definitely, like I was saying, with getting more experience in playing metal and that, try and up the ante, I suppose. It goes from like, I definitely put a bit of jazz influence on like Kristian songs, real groovy funk sort of stuff.
Right.
The hi-hats is just, rock and metal.
Yeah.
If you're playing it in jazz and shit, it's very open, avant-garde and fucking experimental. But I'll definitely do it. It might sound alright.
We'll see, man.
Like we said, it's pretty early, so I think we've got time to fuck around. And then
Yeah.
maybe, real quick, do another take like that and get it like as tight as possible, and then we start experimenting. So we've got one.
How long you play guitar?
I started learning for about 11 years ago.
Oh wow, yeah. Enjoyable.
For sure, a lot of hard work.
Yeah. Prefer it over every other instrument?
So far, yeah.
So far, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so far. I've played a little bit of keys as well.
Oh, yeah.
Helps me with composing and understanding music theory and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But in terms of performing, yeah, I'd say the guitar.
Just got the widest variety of what you can do, really, is it? Yeah, not really confined by much.
I just like to rock, man.
Yeah, just like to rock.
Yeah. I dreamt of that since I was quite young, like since I was a kid. I used to have dreams about performing on a huge stage, and that's probably never going to happen for us in this band, but
Hey,
we can dream. Now we're going to have to do, because of my changes on the pedal,
Yeah.
we'll have to cue all those in, because I don't want click, click, click.
Yeah. Is that only for the solo? Is there anything more in any other parts?
Not for this song, but it will be for the other one.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go from intro to the end of second chorus and like have a big ring out.
Can't you see I'm a little busy here? Is that from Shrek? That's from Robin Hood. Can't you see I'm a little
that's
busy here?
He's bad, he's really, really bad. Very similar, and then so what I wanted to do was make them sound more different from each other. So I turned All For You into like this slow tempo piano ballad, which I think actually was probably what Kristian had in mind initially. But then Am I Allowed I changed to be more of an upbeat sort of funk rock song.
State your name and role in the band.
God, sounds like a police interview. Alright, my name's
Did you have sex with that woman? No.
Which one?
I think it's been a very easy experience in terms of how we all get along together. There's no out of control egos or anything, and I think when it counts, people stand their ground as well.
Yeah.
So if someone really believes something should be a certain way, if they can justify it to the rest of the group, then we're generally pretty receptive to that.
Yeah. It was all pretty fun the whole time because it was new experience. Like what all the boys were doing ourselves.
Yeah.
So just general fun, like just talking shit with the boys. And
just overall enjoyable experience.
Just learning all the new things and putting your skills to the test and
Yeah, we played it really slow yesterday. I really liked it.
It's much better slow, man. I played it like at so many different tempos, and that's how it sounded best.
Yeah. Also, I like when we go for the slow thing, it separates it from Am I Allowed?
Yes.
I think when they
Which is a bit more like...
But it's good. Yeah, I've sort of given it more of a funky, upbeat feel, and this one's the other direction, slow R&B kind of thing. And it's like,
that's kind of more what I end up landing on with that.
Yeah, so it's good because like I don't want them sounding too similar because they could be if we made them that way, but we're sort of forcing them to separate.
Yeah, which I really dig, man. Actually, that sounds better when it's a bit crunchy, eh? Like... Okay, let's let's have an argument and we'll record it.
The fuck, man?
Killing my dreams, bro. I'm sensitive, man.
You left the fucking band.
Oh.
Yeah, you want it? Whatever's comfortable for you. So you can either stand up or sit down, which will depend on the height. You have to change the height.
Wait. Just take those all records on the shelf.
That's pretty funny. Maybe your part is right, but just in the wrong key. I've sort of messed with it.
Yeah.
Although you play it right on the guitar, though.
That's
You're playing.
That's the weird thing.
Maybe because that's drop C and maybe.
No, I shifted it from when I played standard. I shifted it to be the same.
That's weird.
But obviously, somehow it's still the notes are in the same key, but the chords have shifted, but the notes are still right. I'm still keen to see our photo shoot pictures, eh?
Yeah, Fish said he's working on them. He says he likes how they look.
Oh, sweet.
Because he's using this new lens and
Oh, yeah.
it doesn't work in here with the brightness,
Right,
but
but
when we're
outside.
out there, yeah, it
We
looks
had
really good.
nice lighting that day as well, because it's overcast.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, even soft lighting. Okay, let's do all the bits we need to do at this tone first. So I wouldn't mind doing the choruses again.
Yeah. Just wondering, are you planning on putting? Just thinking, 'cause I just feel like the chorus needs more. It either needs more vibrato or the effects will cover it up because it just sounds very lame. There's the straight notes, especially the last one.
Well,
That
this
last
one's
one?
normally gonna sound like, right? Okay. No, that wasn't even it, is it? I think it's this. It sounds so different when we're all playing.
Yeah, it doesn't need vibrato. Once that's in, it just
Yeah.
without it, it just sounds really bland.
It does sound bland.
Then we got lights, camera, action. That was, I think I came up with that. How would I have been? Oh, it would have been back in maybe 2015. I came up with that, and that was back when I was really into like these like energetic, upbeat rock songs, and that's basically what that ended up being.
I like lights because the bass line's cool. Also, it's just most fun to play.
That's probably
the
fun.
variation.
Is it a bit unique in a way? Or?
Yeah, no, it's very bass line driven as a song, I think.
Oh, fair go.
Bass line and kick drum is like a big part of the song.
Hold what's called a chair. It's usually used for sitting when you don't feel like standing.
Gonna get a nice close up on this chair you've got here.
We got the mics we'll be using today. What are they? CM20s for the overheads, and then we've got a 57 for the snare, and then we'll be using a 58 for the kick. Brayden, are you fine with these little earphones?
Yeah, man, mine broke.
I've got my
Okay.
in the car.
Broke, man, I use those. Mine broke.
Oh yeah.
I need one side working.
Gee.
Rip.
No, I'm not fucking alright with those headphones. Ridiculous.
Alright,
Did you show? Did you film that? It was literally me writing the song time and oh shit, wrong song.
Yeah, I got it.
what would be great if like meth heads broke in and like instead of stealing all that shit, they were like, I'm just gonna record this for them because I really dig their music. The artistic merit of their
What a
music.
scenario. Meth heads break in, do a shit.
Do it for us. Like, do it really well. Do a good mix, leave it for us. Did it all in 30 minutes. So that hopped up.
It's like if they steal the stuff,
Efficient as fuck.
it's like annoying, but if they do it better than us, then it's just humiliating.
Turns out they weren't meth heads, they're on that shit from Limitless.
Oh, yeah.
They're like Bradley Cooper and his clones playing with their magic medicine and
That's their band name, Bradley Cooper and the Bradley Coopers.
Coopers. That's got a ring to it.
Cool. Do we have that thing? Oh, we don't.
What?
The you had like a sock on the 58 because we don't have anything on it.
Yeah, alright, hang on. Did I bring that?
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of what are they called, plosives on it.
What?
Plosives, the like the air pressure, like just fucking with the.
Oh yeah.
the mic. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of that. Alright, so that's pretty much the outro done. So you've done pretty much everything. And so really it's just a matter of yeah, making those what I call the bridge intro and the refrain where he's playing the chorus riff by himself, just making those sounding as interesting as possible.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
Less is more.
well, so for starters, which one do you reckon suits just the cymbal? I'm honestly thinking this one suits that.
The
I
second
think this
or
one,
the
yeah,
first one?
the first one. I think the
Yeah.
second one could be a bit more playful.
Mm.
And then yeah, I'll just have a quick listen to this. We've pretty much got everything we need. So if you want, we could try a full take from start to finish with the new composition we have in mind, or we could just move on to exposition.
You're cool with that bit, eh? Like the...
What?
So you know how there's like... I like that.
It links up with what Hadley does because he added a new bit where it's like. So when you do that, you're actually playing along
Yeah,
with
I
him.
mute, and then I like wait as a rest, like...
Sort of what happened with those two. Then with my six, there's exposition, which was always meant to be the intro. That came about when I watched the Assassin's Creed live action movie, and I really liked the score. It had this very interesting sound to it, and I kind of wanted to do something similar. So even though there's no guitar in that score, I wanted to do something similar. I came with a guitar that kind of was in the same vein, and then I built it up from there and had all these layers. And then when I showed it to the band, they kind of added their little bits, and that's what happened with that song.
Probably my least favourite moment was this one. There's one particular bit in our first track in Exposition that, for the life of me, I don't know why, I just feel like I wasn't playing it right. And it was taking a long time, like I was really dragging the process.
Who Can Save Us was, it was just this, I came up with the lead guitar first, I had this cool intro idea, and then basically it kind of goes from lead guitar, and then I build off from that, which is not what I normally do. I usually start with the rhythm section first, but I started with the lead guitar with that one.
So more or less, yeah, there's just a whole bunch of all these different ideas, and we went, alright, well how can we make this happen? Like, how can we make this a reality? We don't have any money, we have bugger all equipment, there's not too much to work with, but how can we creatively use what we do have in order to bring this to life? What's my part?
I feel like Whiplash, where they give him like a song he's never practiced. Like, here's the set list for tonight.
Hang on. That sounds better, right? It's fucking G. Cool.
It's always the G string.
Yeah, even when the A string becomes the fucking G and it just shifts over there, that's fucking set. I make it a little more efficient.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah, very fuck that one second. Yeah.
That's all good, baby. That one's definitely like sounding the best so far in like, I've been editing all the sessions, and after tracking my guitar parts for Nightmare, that one's like sounding really good, and I haven't even started mixing it yet.
Yeah, sick. Fuck yeah. No,
Like,
okay, that was good. Everybody.
The bit where it's like super tight in the recording, it's like I thought that was going to be our sloppiest part, but like
Yeah,
a
right.
little really tight there for some reason.
Is that the bit that like I 10 or like 20 goes
Yeah.
at?
So like, yeah, you just go.
Honestly, that was the fucking hardest bit. I don't know why.
It's just like.
Playing 4 notes was harder than the rest.
Oh, at least we spent a good amount of time on it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've definitely practiced that the most. It's the most technical.
Holy
There's a lot of Metallica moments in that.
Well, it's like it
Whee!
was unintentionally. Oh, whoa!
Fuck yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, I got some line work done there after work the other day.
Yeah, wicked.
Couldn't zoom in on my nipples.
I was thinking about getting
So good.
Drawing attention.
Yeah. I want to get a you know when you look at like particle collisions and they got the swirly shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get that. Fuck it. I've been thinking about that for a couple of years. Anyway,
Robot guitars and
yeah, that's fucking sweet. Right.
Was that your bass line that you?
I just played something fucking randomly.
Oh, you should try and remember that.
Oh, it was like 3
I think
notes,
it's
it was
on
open 3
Oh, yeah.
and 2.
What?
It was just
That's a big song right there,
Yeah,
dude. 3
done.
notes. That was sick.
I was just saying that all that's been said was those weak parts that came for that old demo from years ago. When I
Oh
was like,
yeah.
I came up with because I meant to do to just track your parts, but I didn't know them, so I just threw random shit in.
Yeah, I was a prick for like not teaching you my parts. You steal my job, motherfucker. You Ed Sheeran, Luke, right. Oh, I watched half of Your Name last night.
Yeah, it's fucking
I
good.
was like half asleep.
It's pretty fucking good. I love it.
I didn't finish it, yeah. The premise was quite interesting. But a lot of those things you could only really pull off in an anime, I reckon.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like-
it's not getting away from Japan. It's-
Yeah. I also feel like, you know, if you propose that to Hollywood, they'd be like, yeah, fuck right off.
Well, the thing is, like, animes and Japanese movies don't hold your fucking hand. They don't have a stupid scene where, like, some character, like, comes out and just explains everything. Like, the reason that this happened is because of the, oh, fucking come on, man. Like, don't, just let me do it.
So anyway, I started blasting.
No, I want to see that.
It's a really good. It's there's a Facebook page, things local musicians do. It's just like calling out every local musician, all the shit everybody does.
So it's just like...
Kind of a style that I've always been very much into. That I came up with back in 2012, and it was basically one of my very first attempts at writing an original song, and that ended up being a song that I just stuck with and kept going with. This very I don't know, rock metal.
Favorite one to play? Not in terms of listening, but play. Yeah.
Playing?
Yeah.
Fantasies and Nightmare.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like put in a nice pocket, nice groove in, but also then gets heavier later on. So you
Yeah.
sort of nice bit of mix of both.
Some of my favourites probably, maybe Fantasies and Nightmare, I'd say.
Yep.
Definitely ones I enjoy playing the most.
Yeah.
But then that kind of changes. I'm a bit moody, so maybe I don't know maybe some of my songs on a particular day we might just be really feeling it, and that becomes a lot more enjoyable. So I guess it changes, but generally I'll stick to those two.
Yeah, and is there a reason? Well, what stands out about those two?
In a discussion we were having earlier today, I said that Fantasies, in terms of like a song structure, I think it's terrific, and the atmosphere it builds, like the emotion's really there. And for me at least, I think it really takes you away. You really go on a journey with the song. I like the time signature as well. I like it's in 3/4, but people understand that. I just like the pace and the drive of the song and the groove.
Yeah.
I think super cool. It doesn't sound uptight or too fancy, but it really works.
Yeah, there you go.
I think Fantasy is probably my favourite as an overall song.
I don't know if you're self-conscious about cameras, but I got my phone filming over there.
Like right now.
Yeah. I've got my phone filming behind you, Kristian.
Oh, like right now.
Yeah.
Oh, behind me.
Lower, like
Oh
head
yeah.
level.
Oh, I'm famous by the way. Just letting y'all know.
H.
That's like I always said that they would probably make the best fucking money. Give me a recording out of anyone, because it's just how crazy their lives was, and it'd be a good soundtrack too.
definitely been some times where I have slowed down the recording process, but luckily Sonny's kind of been pretty frank with me. He's like, alright man, you're really stuck in your head here, like, you're not enjoying it, your performance is too rigid, just relax, like, you know, I've heard you play this 100 times.
And how did you feel in talking to you like that?
Oh, it was terrific, man. I really needed a slap back into reality. I think particularly Sonny, like his approach to dealing with people is quite gentle. Like he's not rude or aggressive or anything, and that's exactly what I needed to hear. And I definitely, I'm glad he does that. I'm glad he does that for me. Like has the courage to speak up.
That's good. So you felt like you've improved since then.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think as we went through the recording and further on, when I listen to my performances on there, I can feel that they're a lot more relaxed.
Yeah. And
I'm enjoying myself more, and I think that comes across.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily about technical perfection, which is I think what I was chasing. I'm also just emotion, like sincerity and emotion and feeling it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he guided me on track with that big time.
It's like I've learned about this thing about like resolving melodies.
Yeah.
How like links back into the chorus. It's like that is actually kind of an example of not resolving it.
Yeah.
By the time you go into the verse, which is only something I'm just learning about recently, and it's I think there it works. Yeah.
I think so. But with this song in particular, a lot of this song has been unresolved. The bit that's the really sweet resolution comes in that sort of like that bridge, and how the bridge ends, like that to me gives it a sweet crescendo and like proper resolution.
Okay.
But otherwise, the song's a little bit unsettling, like not just the timbre, but the actual just the setup.
Yeah.
Just the the different sections and that.
Anyway, we'll do one more. Which back at the time when I first came up with it I was really into. It was like 2017. Came up with the originally on acoustic guitar, and then moved on to electric guitar, and it was just this sort of blues rock thing. I'm actually inspired a lot by the Netflix Punisher TV series and the score they used, and that's where that came from.
I think they've done quite well. I mean, I'm a massive perfectionist, so it's always there's always an internal struggle in my mind. Like, no man, this sucks. Like there's just it might be one tiny detail. There's like one mishit here of a drama. Like it's gonna suck. We're gonna get booed off stage. Everybody hates us. I'm a failure. That, and then also there's that on one side, and the other is like still really backing the music as well. So it's a bit of a mental conflict. And overcoming that's quite fun.
No, it would be. It's like a whole life challenge essentially, retraining your mind.
Absolutely, and I care a lot about it. That's why, because it really matters to me. If I didn't care that much about it, or if I didn't really stand behind the ideas and the music, then it wouldn't really matter. It's like, alright, I'm just go out and play crap, like actually get a bit of money, whatever.
Ready?
Yep.
Let's get some of that, some squeals.
I don't care for this party. It's time for me to leave. You can take my coat as I leave it at the door. Now I bid farewell. It's time to drop this old charade. I can't take it. It's time for change. It's time to drop this suit of glass and replace it with some dirt.
Your Worst Nightmare, that's pretty much the heaviest song on the album. It was originally in drop B tuning. It was very, very low, but we kind of decided all songs should be in drop C, so we kind of raised it up a bit. That was basically my attempt at being this very kind of technical, kind of self-indulgent metal song with lots of crazy things happening.
Just one of the songs I just really struggled. Like it was Nightmares, and you know, it's a fairly complicated song. Got every bit fine, and then I just couldn't get a really simple bit of bass. I just struggled in like 30 goes to get the most simple bit.
How did you feel about that one with everybody else there? Did you...
It was just frustrating. Like, you know, it's odd that the harder bits were easier, and then what was quite a simple thing took so much time, but it was fine. You know.
Quite natural. And Nightmares is lots of fun to play.
Yeah.
There's some riffs in there which, yeah, when we all snap in, we get to certain parts and we play it, I'm just like, yeah.
It's always good to have fun, even if it's not something. It's good to hear that it's one you actually think is done pretty well as well, like because that was a fuck around song, basically.
Yeah. It's a big it's a big yeah. But it's a lot of fun. I mean, jerking off's really fun, so that's why everyone does it.
We all love it.
Yeah, Nightmare is just pretty technical in a sense. Really.
Got a lot to do.
Yeah, a lot of energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it busy.
Did you feel that you were successful with what you set out to do?
Well, yeah, with basically the goal of making an album of sort of all of our previous work kind of done in the best we can do right now. I think definitely I think we definitely achieved that. I think the time it took to get everything done, I think, was worth it, and the fact that everyone stuck it out makes it worthwhile, and I think a massive success. We haven't finished post-production, but from what I've heard so far, I think these songs are actually better than what I envisioned they were going to be. Actually got improved from where we started last year to where we are now. I think the songs are actually significantly better than I thought they were going to be, so I think we kind of maybe did better than what I was setting out to do with this.
Did you feel that you were successful with what you set out to do when you first
Yeah, I
joined the
mean,
band?
I guess play bass lines and still in the band, so sure.
I mean, look, I think we learnt a lot of lessons. There's a lot of things we probably could have done better, but there's no way you're going to know that until you have a crack. And I think we really did. We tried hard. We made the most out of a very limited, basically, set of tools and limited time. Like, you know, we're all busy. We're all here and there doing different things. Like, considering all the constraints that we had, yeah, I'm really happy with it.
So far, yeah, definitely. Especially we've worked with what we've had, and I think, yeah, at the end of the day, we've got a product that we're all pretty happy with so far. And yeah, me and the band, like, I've definitely improved, yeah, since I've been in this band with playing sort of more technical stuff in metal and that. So yeah,
Fair enough.
I think going forward, it's going to be a lot more equal, because before was sort of the songs were already written before we all formed, whereas now we can start songs from scratch as a four-piece. So I think there's going to be a lot more input from everyone. It's definitely going to be a lot more equal experience, especially from the writing. And I think, yeah, whatever an album is, it's definitely going to be a equal effort from everyone.
What are your plans after this album is finished?
Basically release the songs, we'll release the album, and I hope everyone that listens to it likes it, and then we'll start playing them live, and hope everyone likes them played live.
In terms of the writing and stuff?
Hopefully I can write a song, but we'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah, so is there certain kinds of maybe a more bass implemented song you would go for?
No, probably just give writing a go. I mean, I don't know, probably more like grunge style, but see how it goes.
How do you think the band will go with grunge?
I mean, we already have a pretty big range of stuff. So I feel like, you know, it fits somewhere in the middle between the more heavy stuff and then the more light stuff.
Yeah. Alright, so final question. Once this album is finished, so you're in post-production right now, what are your plans to do after this?
Try and actually sell a CD.
Personal goal of yours?
I guess get paid to do this.
Yeah, I really want to start honing in on our sound as a band, as four people. Yeah, not just, like I said, not just like one person showing up with a song going, right, we're going to teach you how to play this. Yeah, that's probably the next step, is to really hone in on that sound and see how combining all four of our ideas together simultaneously is going to work out, and how that's going to offer us something unique.
Yeah, well, yeah, so you want to come up with an original style, essentially, original sound. Yeah.
I wouldn't say style, because it is what it is, you know,
Yeah.
like it's like lightning in a bottle, right? Like, I think if you're too rigid about, we have to be this style, we have to be this genre,
Yes, yeah.
that's very limiting. But yeah, in terms of unique sound, in that how all the four members combine together, basically. And I think that I can already sort of sense some ways that there's a bit of uniqueness.
Yeah.
But to explore that further is going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I don't know if we've spoken too much about the next one, but, well, the next song's a bit more, what's that genre of prog metal, kind of real gent, spacey kind of stuff, almost, occasionally, but I know we'll definitely write whatever we want. Just like this album, it's kind of like totally different types of songs and genres all in one, but hopefully we could refine a sound a little bit.
Yeah, no, fair enough. So do you plan on yourself stepping up into a bit more of the writing, or pushing into that?
Yeah, I'll definitely be different this time, because I think Sonny will have most of his guitar written in the songs that way, structure-wise, and then we can all like start sort of fresh and scratch and all put our own stuff in forward straight off the first step. So I'll definitely get to like write purely my own stuff. I think
yeah, fair
which
enough.
will be good.
And what are your plans after this album?
Take a long break. We're definitely looking at gigging. Yeah, doing gigs. Hopefully, just put the album out there, write some new songs. Hopefully, we feel like we should maybe just record some more singles maybe as well. Just put singles out as we go.